Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Chariots of the Pods. It is I, your host, Adam, joined, as always, straight out of the sarcophagus, Tyler,
Adam, it's always a pleasure.
and the alien that we could not keep out with the iris. We have Jason.
Yeah, you're not going to keep me out. I'm like a reverse vampire. I just come in whether or not you like it.
And the recurring guest stars that we call for help whenever we're in trouble. We have Justin.
Hi, I don't know how you look to me for help, but okay, I'll try my best.
Well, the gate down computer keeps getting pop-ups, so we need someone to come in and look at that.
I'm sorry, I don't work in that field anymore.
Yeah, some poor fool downloaded BearShare on the server, and everything went to shit.
And this time we have for you, good people, episodes 17 through 20 of Season 2 of the Stargate SG-1. And we're starting off today with Holiday. Does anyone want to summarize this episode?
Okay,
I mean, fine.
What, you don't want to hear my
your
my
show
wonderful synopsis?
Yeah.
In this episode, the team goes to the room again, that one room. This time there's an old man there who's actually just Michael Shanks in old man makeup. He gets young Michael Shanks to touch a weird device with him. They swap bodies. The old man Michael Shanks and now the young man Michael Shanks is able to maintain kayfabe well enough to get out of the base back on Earth and just wander around Colorado Springs, totally not Vancouver, and just be awkward with people, especially the homeless. Meanwhile, back at base, they find out what happened. There's a panic. They find the old young Michael Shanks again. They do an adventure game puzzle trying to swap bodies back. There's a mishap with O'Neill and Teal'c that's very fun. And then in the end, the old man dies of old age. The end.
Yep, take that, old man.
All right.
So is this episode like important or something? Because like I don't remember this character like ever again. I mean, obviously he's dead.
He's referenced one more time.
One more time, huh? Because
Yeah.
I think when they get on the planet, Teal'c more or less recognizes the guy and states like, "Oh wow, like you've been fighting the Goa'uld for however many years, like you're like a legend or something." And he's just kind of like, I'm old senile man. What are you talking about?"
I recall the episode that references back to this being kind of gnarly, and we're gonna find that out not too long from now.
Yeah, they seem to like referencing episodes this season a whole lot, but I'm sure we'll get more into that a little bit later.
Oh yeah, the next two seasons are gonna have a lot of that.
So here's a question for you all: how quickly did you guys realize that the Freaky Friday shit happened?
Almost immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That was one of the first notes I took, is this is the Freaky Friday episode.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not so much Freaky Friday as it is just old Michael Shanks, Nording young Michael Shanks.
And then going out and befriending, like, whimsical homeless men.
So
And
I always fast forward through those parts, like ever since I was a kid.
What?
Is
Really?
Is Norting something I should Google in a private window?
Yes, because
I've heard that word. I've heard that word, but
you don't want to
sure
type Kingdom Hearts into Google, then the perverts will get you.
But yeah, I just
okay.
He's so awkward around all the people when he's out and about in the town that
Yes.
it was too much for me, like even as a kid, as an adult. So I just always fast forward through those scenes.
Wow,
I don't know. Part of me actually
liked
those. Like those were some of my favorite parts. Like him like wandering around the city, like trying to ask for, I'm not even sure what he was asking for, but he was basically just kind of like, teach me of your culture. And it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, that is like the bread and butter of this episode, is the weird paranormal social behavior and just how uncomfortable it makes everyone around him feel.
Including me.
Everyone except for the waitress who takes, Daniel Jackson's credit card and more or less pays for a bunch of people's food with it.
Hey, she's a waitress. she has seen worse.
I'm sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
But like, is this? I mean, this is identity theft, right? On like 2 different levels.
Is it identity theft if you're in that person's body? Because isn't your identity your body?
It's either not identity theft or the most identity theft.
Yeah, I would say this
there
is
is
like
no in
super
between.
identity theft. This is extreme identity theft.
So that means Nording is technically identity theft.
Yes.
Okay.
The credit card companies are still after Xenort. They can't find him. Even though he's in apparently 23 places or something. I don't fucking... Let's not talk about Kingdom Hearts.
There's too many of them, and he just keeps Nording young boys for some reason.
How come
Weird.
you get to talk about Kingdom Hearts, but I can't talk about Warhammer 40k?
There's a reason for that.
You can talk about 40k.
I feel
You can't.
I feel a little
Why not?
discriminated against here.
What compare and contrast this episode against the Horus Heresy, and tell me what you think.
Which book in the Horus Heresy?
The 46th.
That would require a whole nother podcast that I don't think or Adam would permit me to go into.
Start your own YouTube channel and do a 2-hour video essay about it. That's my advice.
Yeah, but what you need to do is put backdrop images of ladies with large butts and big bosoms, and then you get the young crowd, and you get the old crowd, and the medium crowd. You just get all the crowds, actually.
Just put Nikkei footage in the background. That's all.
Yeah, actually, just talk about Warhammer while you're playing Nikkei,
and that'll get you tens of thousands of views at least.
Yeah, and then buy a hot tub, and then the next step is we're not going to talk about the next step.
No, we're not going to talk about that. What we are going to talk about is Chris Judge being Chris Judge for an episode, and that's fun.
Yeah, that he was like surprisingly like funny and.
Yeah, are we finding out here that Michael Shanks and Chris Judge are the better actors among the main 4?
Yeah,
I don't know.
much.
I think Richard D. Anderson is a good actor in most cases, but when he has to be the straight man, the emotionless man, he's not very good at it. He has to be a smart ass or angry.
He's very good at being both a smart ass and angry, though.
Yeah, and we know that Christopher Judge is good at being angry. Because he played Kratos.
Yeah, but it's always been funny to me because he's known for playing Teal'c and Kratos. But from everything you see, in IRL, he's just, like a fun, personable, goofball kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So just him being himself, essentially, after doing a body swap with O'Neill, was fun for an episode.
Yeah, though I did like that bit where it's like, oh, I may be in this body for a while, so I'm going to shave your head.
That was a good gag, yeah.
Yeah. Do not shave my head. It's not your head. So actually, I have another note here. When old man Daniel Jackson finally wakes up and like tries to alert people that something's wrong, is it just me or did it take them way too long to figure out, yo, something's fucking wrong?
Yeah, I mean, the moment the Northern Shanks started acting just a little bit off in the briefing. Every time someone acts off in a briefing, there's always something going on. Like, that should be a red flag, confine to base, go to the infirmary immediately.
But Hammond just says, just go take a day off.
I mean, he says that Dr. What's-Her-Face said take a day off, so I'm going to take a day off. And Hammond is like, all right, sure, go take a day off.
Without confirming. Yeah, probably should have confirmed that.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point, you have an old man who's basically like pleading with them. It's like, no, I'm Daniel Jackson. I'm giving you all of this info. Like, the very first question they ask him is something that only Daniel Jackson can know, and yet they ask him 3 more questions.
Yeah, like, I mean, at least it takes only 5 minutes for them to be convinced.
I guess I still feel like I'd feel really shitty if I was stuck in an old man's body snatched me and my friends were just like, well, what about this question? Like, dude, really?
Yeah, I mean, that was all just set up for that last question with O'Neill. That joke. It's a fun joke.
What was that? Somebody's sister sort of thing?
Oh yeah, it's like, what dress was your sister wearing when I took her on a date last week or something?
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't have a sister, and if I did, I wouldn't let you anywhere near her.
Yep. Which
That's
fair.
yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
With all the stories that O'Neill says every once in a while, it's like, the time I was in prison, the time when I was on cocaine. Like, oh, okay, man. All right, sure.
The time you stuck your face into a hole and got your brain overwritten.
Yeah, I mean, that's just,
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just a Thursday.
yeah. This is job hazards for the SG teams.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's just the hazard pay they're getting. Because we're getting brain blasted every once in a while by an ancient alien device.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so most of the episode cuts between Nord and Daniel just being weird to people out on the town, and some occasional O'Neill Teal'c shenanigans. O'Neill Teal'c shenanigans.
I mean, here and there, they cut to like the Doctor, Carter, and old Daniel trying to figure out a translation, and him just getting more and more frustrated. Like that stuff's all right.
Oh right, because they find the old man's PDA in the room.
If there's a theme for this group of episodes, it's people standing around a hospital bed while the important person of the episode dies or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
much.
That happens.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
happening in all 4 of these episodes.
That does, doesn't it? Huh? Oh, how about that?
Weird.
That's a coincidence.
They were running out of budget.
Or they just got into the hospital room and they really wanted to use it.
They spent all the budget on that bug CGI.
We will get to the bug hunt.
Yeah. So just coming back to the whole Sam hanging out with, elder Daniel in the hospital room. At one point he goes into like a coma and like Sam like kisses him on like the forehead. Did anybody else find that weird?
Yeah, it seemed like they were trying to have Carter carry the emotional weight of the episode for some reason.
Or were they trying to take an romantic relationship angle between Carter and Daniel? Is that what that was supposed to be?
I mean, there's
if that was the
that.
intent, I feel like they didn't really signpost it enough. I feel like it was more so just like maybe trying to like give comfort to a friend who's in a real bad spot. I'm not sure. They're just real good friends.
But how many people do you go around kissing on the forehead that are your good friends?
That depends. Am I an extra in The Godfather, or am I?
I mean, just wait until
Are you?
the next time we meet, Tyler.
Because if you're in the mafia, I think we should all have the right to know.
I'm not Italian, so I cannot say one way or the other. Was that a bad thing to say? I don't know.
Oh no, that may or may not get clipped out of context. Who knows?
Fair enough.
But no, that's just the show forcing Amanda Tapping to carry the entire emotional weight of Daniel dying in the hospital while O'Neill and Teal'c fun around with the body swap.
Yeah, but I think the real meat and potatoes of this is basically just that conversation between Michael Shanks and Michael Shanks, right?
Yeah, so it is kind of weird. Like once they find Norded Shanks and bring him back, like you have like the old young Michael Shanks conversation. It's like a philosophical conversation about trying to convince the old man to give back the body, and it doesn't seem like it really resolves. And then the next scene that they're in is kind of cuts to him just fully cooperating with the body reswap.
I mean, I basically justified this to myself by saying a couple of things. Like the actual excuse the show gives is pretty weak. They're like, that you're no better than the Gould, and then he has a moment of self-realization, and then he does all the body swapping. But like in my head, I was justifying it by saying they've caught him. They're not going to let him go. He's not going to be able to live the life he wants to live here. He's going to be locked up for the rest of Daniel Jackson's life, basically. So why not go ahead? Because it's going to be hell no matter what. Why not just switch back.
Yeah, why not just die?
But there's no interstitial scene where he's coming to that realization. He just
No,
like
you're right.
had that conversation, and like he's still smug about it at the end. And
You're
it's
right.
hard
It
to-
cuts off. You're right. It cuts off pretty quick. Like it's like he should have had this realization halfway through the episode, and then just struggled with the concept of. This would have been a better episode if it would have been more about accepting your own death than whatever the hell it's trying to be about. Because it's not really trying to be about anything.
It
Yeah,
would have been better if when Michello was hanging out at Fred and eating burgers and milkshakes, if Fred had said something to Michello that made him turn himself in and go back to the SGC.
If this homeless man had dropped some accidental philosophy,
Yeah, like if anybody out and about had like made him come to some realizations about himself, and then he just goes in voluntarily, that would have been much cleaner, plot wise.
like I don't fit in this world, I should have died with my people, kind of thing.
Or it's just anything really. Like they could have had any path to him coming to that realization through his interaction with the outside world.
Yeah,
But instead, he just funds around and then gets arrested by the cops.
I
he
mean,
does.
Michello was out walking around, like, observing people, trying to learn about them, and the thing he would have learned is, life is precious. It's beautiful. You don't want to take it from anybody. So, like, some shit like that.
Maybe I don't dislike
Yeah,
their
there's-
way of doing it too. Like having the conversation with the person whose life you stole, and them like making you realize that you've become what you hate is also a good way of resolving this. They just made. I feel like they didn't
They
have enough
just-
time.
They speed run it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
like-
how quickly can you get to the realization that you have become a monster?
Like they needed like an extra 3 to 5 minutes at the end there to like
Th-
have something between that conversation and him coming to the realization.
They needed that time so they could play, like, musical chairs with each other's bodies.
Yeah, that
Which-
was so fucking dumb.
and kudos to Carter to knowing the exact order of operation, because if it was left up to Jack or Tilk, like somebody would have effed up at some point, and
I mean-
would have had to start over.
Yeah,
or
I mean that's because Jack and Tilk only know how to bash things.
and
yeah.
maids.
And also that's just a 90s adventure game puzzle. Like most people could probably solve that given like
Yeah, someone said the keyword and she went, "Aha! This is how we do it."
so that's not much of a thing. But yeah.
You get a couple of seconds of Richard Dean Anderson playing Daniel Jackson, and a couple of seconds of
Michael Shanks
was it?
playing.
I wonder if
Shanks
this is.
and
I wonder if
Teal.
this is just someone stringing together some funny scenarios they had in their head.
It
That's
could
what
be.
most body swaps are. If being honest.
Yeah,
Like the original sci-fi body swap in Star Trek was, hey, what if Bill Shatner tried to act like a woman for an episode?
wait, did that happen?
That was the last episode of the
That
original
was the
series.
last episode.
That was the last episode. There was no grand finale. They just ended on like a filler episode.
That's the last
Wonderful.
episode of the original
Wow.
Stargate. Great.
Star Trek.
Yeah,
Season
Star
3.
Trek.
Yep.
I mean, they technically continued the story with the animated series that no one watched.
Hey, I watched.
And also like a long series of financially successful movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
sure.
are all right.
But yeah,
Most
so this is just what if our actors just did some goofing off? It's a staple of the genre.
And great job of Michael Shanks this episode, just playing like a couple of different roles. Being old man Michello, being really weird, socially awkward Daniel Jackson.
Being old man Daniel Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Shanks just kind of got to show off his acting skills this episode.
And hey, maybe that was the point. Who knows? I do have a couple of nitpicks here.
Sure.
When they go to retrieve the body swap device, they try to put some like plastic handles on it because it's like two handles and like this big thing in between. And that's when O'Neill and Teal get body swapped when they're trying to carry it out. And then, like in the wide shots, when it's showing the device, there's like it's pretty flat underneath, and it's like hanging off of the plinth it's on. They could just lift from the bottom,
Then we wouldn't have a plot.
or a B plot.
I mean, you'd still have a plot. It would just be less funny.
Yeah. So there's that. Also, this is the first kill no ream instance in the show.
Oh yeah. The nerf to Junior, I call it.
Is this the first one, or is this the first one that has been named? Because I feel like I've seen Teal'c in this position before a couple
just
times.
Meditating.
Yeah,
I
but we
guess
assumed it was just meditating or something.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that they lay out what's going on with it.
And why it has to happen.
Yeah, so instead of sleeping, he just meditates. So there's that, which I'm surprised that he hadn't told O'Neill about that yet.
He didn't tell anyone about that, to be honest. I feel like, yeah, this is literally the first instance of this happening, right?
Yeah,
Teal'c has a history of doing that. It's like, oh yeah, I have a family off on another planet. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. They really should have been more thorough in his debriefing.
Wait.
I have a best friend that I really trust who definitely won't sleep with my wife.
Oh, by the way, there's this alien planet that has this species that's able to turn invisible that I did not tell you 2 months ago when I started working here.
You didn't ask.
Yeah, so it's like, oh yeah, there's this secret group of rebel ghoul. It's called the Tok'ra, by the way. Yeah, no, there's a lot you probably should have told someone at some point. But oh well, they're learning over time.
Mm-hmm.
And really, my last note towards the end, when Michelle's trying to make the deal with it, it's like, hey, you can have all my knowledge if you just let me keep this body. Which offends everyone, of course. This would have been like a really good use case to have some D-class personnel for all the SCP fans out there. So that's my last note.
What do you mean? Just like give him the body of somebody no one cares about? Like,
pretty much, yeah.
Just Phillips, you suck. Come here. Hey, Phillips, want to die?
You know, the U.S. government would just be like, okay, we have this alien entity that's offering us all this advanced technology, and all he wants is a new body. Yeah, we'll give him somebody. No, you know, the U.S. government would totally do that.
Yeah, no, like if the NID had gotten involved at any point, they would have 1,000% just found someone. Don't worry about it.
Not even that. They probably would have just let him keep Daniel's body.
Yeah, or that.
They immediately would have been like, okay, let's find coma people. Can we just imprint this guy onto a coma brain? Let's see how many times we can do it. Can we do it 5 times? Can we have 5 of this guy? Can we have 6 of this guy?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, things have gotten dark. had anyone other than the SGC been involved.
Yeah, not only that, like think of all the weird Black Ops applications of that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, they do send the device to Area 51 and we never hear of it again.
Yeah.
I guess it runs out of battery. Conveniently.
Yeah, you know, they don't carry triple D batteries on this planet, or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. You can't just hook a car battery up to it.
No, it's not AC power. It's not even DC power. It's like some weird fungus power, and then only Space Sailor has that.
Yeah, no, or it's like crystals. And it's like, what the fuck these crystals do?
Yeah, that and it doesn't shoot anything, or that, and it doesn't explode,
and it doesn't flood Phoenix either.
Right. This is the military. They want things that go boom.
Or they want to flood Phoenix. Don't forget about that.
Oh yeah. The weather device.
Yeah, but that's all my notes for this. Anyone else?
I mean, I would say I think this episode's all right. Not the best, but not the worst.
I was very entertained by the interactions between Michello and Fred. It was actually my favorite discourse through the episode. At one point they're talking. Michelle's talking about like everything he did to fight the gold, and Fred thinks he's a like a Gulf War vet, and Fred is like, conquered by who? Saddam? And Michelle just replies back, he is not a system lord I am familiar with.
Ah, jeez. 1999.
Yeah, there were a lot of scenes of that guy basically stating, I guess Michello stating, like, if not for me, you would all be dead. It's like, okay, sure.
It has the reaction to have to that. All right, so if we're all good, we can move on to episode 18, which really should have been the season finale, if you ask me. Serpent Song. Yeah, this is the one where they tie up the main plot of the series so far.
I mean, not fully, but we're getting there. There's one more loose thread that they're going to tie up.
Oh,
well, two more.
You're talking about the season finale, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I'm talking about something that happens in season 3, but sure.
There are several loose threads that they come back to in season 3.
Yeah. But I don't know who wants to do the honors of giving this quick synopsis.
All right, so they go to a planet. They're like, "Hey, someone sent us some radio waves from space with a gate address. That's weird." They're hanging out. A Death Guarder crashes nearby. Some good pyro. Turns out it's Apophis, badly injured, and there's more Death Guards on the way to strafing them. So they go back through the Stargate with Apophis, put him in the infirmary, like tie him down, all that. There's medical drama. He's dying, like dying. Everyone in the team gets a good last "fuck you and die" conversation with him. They try to figure out what to do with Apophis. The Gould who was in the process of chasing after and killing Apophis dials in, does some of it pretty obvious. Does some stuff to the iris that you thought that the Gould would try before, of just superheating it until it melts. Just shooting a fuck you laser through it, and eventually
not a terrible idea, really.
No, and eventually they're like, okay, we don't want any of this guy's smoke. So Apophis dies, and they just put the body through the Stargate back where they found him. And the Tokers show up, and we're like, yeah, you need to get rid of Apophis right now. This guy's going to kill everyone.
Mm-hmm.
This guy being Sokar.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember that person's name.
So Sokar is being set up to be the next big bad. But he doesn't care as much about Earth as Apophis did.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, he's the next big bad. They set him to be like the ancient Egyptian devil, which that's not really what he was in ancient Egypt, but don't worry about that. But he's a stronger system lord than Apophis was, so a bigger fish, who had not cared about Earth, but now he has noticed Earth because Apophis sought asylum on Earth while dying. So there's like a lot in this episode. Like it's like a lot of dialogue happening.
Yeah, I feel like this is this one's like, hey, we remember that there was a plot to this series. Let's do one of those.
And at the very least, they've been setting up Apophis' downfall all season, at least.
That's true. I mean, it started with his ships being blown up, him miraculously surviving, then slumming it on
Chulak
planet, on Chulak,
and then having to hide his wife on Abydos, losing the kid, getting chased around by Harrower. So at least they built to this a bit.
Yep. And I guess the implication is that at this point he had been captured, was being tortured, and found a way to escape and contact SG Command.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, at the beginning, I think it's like implied that they thought they got a message from the Tok'ra, and that's why they were waiting around, and it turns out it was anything but the Tok'ra.
Yeah.
So that whole scene where everyone's getting strafed, they go there, they find Apophis, they decide to start, well, let's take him with us, and we're going to go in through the gate. I think at that point they mentioned that it looks like they're looking for Apophis alive, right?
Yeah, Teal'c says they're going to want him alive because
Yeah.
you can just tell.
I guess the implication is that they basically just want to torture him forever for like funsies or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So like
That's stated
basically
outright
setting up
by
that this guy's a complete like wow, like if you thought Apophis was bad, this guy's just like haha, I'm super bad.
he's like I love torture.
Doesn't everyone love torture? But
Yeah,
yeah,
torture. Yeah, no. That turns
I
out
mean
the
we'll get to that later.
we'll get to that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
essentially, like I think the cool bit about this is that there's a lot of cool special effects and explosions at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, there's some good pyro.
Yeah. There's also a really good stunt of O'Neill jumping backwards into the gate and like something flying in with him, missing him, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, like they saved all of their neat cinematography tricks for this episode because not only there's that, which is like a good shot of him backing through the Stargate while shooting at the Death Glider, and then Death Glider bolts coming at the Stargate, and like he flies through the back, and I guess a bunch of dirt from the missed shot flies through with him.
Yeah.
Like that's a really good bit they have there. There's another one when the Tok'ra come through and it's being dialed in, which is just like a thing that would just be a normal thing that they shoot from the control room usually. Usually this time the camera's like following like the guards who run into the gate every time, run into the gate room every time, like following them down the hallway with like a steady cam, and then like running across the room and like going behind the shoulder of like one of the 50 cals. It's like a really unnecessary like one shot there they did.
Mhm.
It's neat. And I guess if you're going to do that, you do it in your season finale. Oh wait, this isn't the season finale.
It would definitely make for a good season finale, but I mean, it doesn't make the episode less good because of it.
No, it's just weird that they stuck the high effort season finale like randomly in the back third of the season.
Yeah, it feels a little out of place, but you know, what I was happy that this episode was here. It made me feel better about this batch.
Yeah, it's a high quality, high effort episode.
Mhm.
On all counts because they bring in a bunch of guest stars. Martouf comes back. Everyone likes Martouf. Is Gary Jones back in the control room, or is this?
No, he hasn't returned
Um,
yet. I don't think he comes back again until season 3.
oh, okay,
No.
oh yeah, the baby-faced airman's there.
Yeah.
Siler shows up. He's the one who has to spray down the Stargate.
Yeah, that's a very good bit when they're realizing, well, like I don't know, it couldn't help to cool it down, so they're just spraying it with a hose while it's being heated by lasers. Like it's
I
like
mean, might
might
as well
work.
try everything.
Yeah, might as well.
At some point in the future, the Stargate commands be like, okay, if the Gold are gonna attack us with a heating laser, we just need to get like a cooling laser or hair dryer or something in the gate room.
Or just like a bunch of like liquid
So,
nitrogen in a hose.
one of the things I thought of while watching this is if burying the Stargate prevents it from working, couldn't they have like a device, like a cage that comes down around it that just fills with dirt? Just like a giant bunch of dirt above it, and they just fill it up whenever there's real trouble.
That's not in the budget for the U.S. Defense Department.
Yeah.
A giant, essentially a giant jar of dirt.
Just hanging over the Stargate, and they just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like in Chernobyl, they just have a giant bucket of like that boron sand, whatever they dumped on Chernobyl, just like
Yeah.
hanging in the shaft over the Stargate. And if they need
Yeah,
to just spray them, they just bury it.
they just drop a wall, and then they just drop all the dirt or whatever around the Stargate and really do bury it. And then you don't have to think about it anymore. You'd have to think about the other Stargate.
Oh yeah, there's that. Just wait until whoever's attacking you gets bored and backs off, then you like unbury it and start using it again.
Then
Or
I'm trying to think of the logistics of this because if you're firing a laser through the gate, like wouldn't it just fire through the dirt?
Well, the Stargate can't activate in the first place.
yeah, so like the moment the 38 minutes passes and it closes, then you dump the dirt, and that takes a few seconds, and then they can't dial in again.
Okay. I mean, they did eventually think of a solution. It's just it didn't work the first time. It was like, hey, why don't we dial in somewhere else so that they can't call us because they'll get a busy signal. Which
Yeah,
they made it
dial
seem
out
like it
really
was such a
fast.
smart thing when like everyone should theoretically already know that. It should have been the first thing they tried like right away.
Is didn't
They did
alternate
try it. They
universe
just
Carter do that in the episode where everyone dies, season
I think
1?
so.
Because Pappas was like dialing in to stop them from dialing out, and she just made the computer dial faster. So it's the
maybe the
same
alternate
solution.
universe figured out a faster dialing method.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought the whole point is like you had to have the iris because that blocks the wormhole from forming. If you make it through that iris, like, and when the wormhole like shoots out, wouldn't it just like vaporize the dirt you had in front of it?
Well, no. The point is to have the dirt go through the ring,
Yeah.
so that the event horizon can't form in the first place. That's what
Okay.
Baron Negate does, and
Also,
that's
I
why
don't think the
it's like-
iris stops that from forming. I think it just puts a wall right in front of it so that if something comes through, it immediately goes splat.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I think
Alternative.
uh,
Alternatively, just keep a dump truck in front of the Stargate. So if somebody gets to the iris, you just dump a bunch of dirt in front of it. And they just get like back to the that bit in Back to the Future where they drive the car into the manure truck. Just do that.
just
You just dump manure into the cold's faces.
just
That's one way to do it.
just Biff Tannen them. That's what you're
Uh-huh.
saying.
Are
Yeah.
the Goa'uld basically just more racist Biff Tannen? Is that what this is?
Yes.
Something like
I mean,
that. Yeah.
pretty much.
But yeah, so Pops is dying. Everyone gets a scene to talk to him. Carter doesn't really have anything to say to him though, because it turns out Carter didn't really have much interaction with Apophis as much as everyone else. She's just
He
kind of
did
always.
shoot her. I would
I mean,
say
he
He
that.
shot all of them.
Yeah, he shot all of them. That's nothing special.
Yeah, in fact, he's very good at shooting people in front of him, like children, people, more children, a lot of children.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Back in the Knox episode, he single-handedly squad wiped SG-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how did you guys feel about the interactions that Daniel Jackson and Teal'c had with Apophis? Because I kind of like the fact their darker sides came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like everyone, like even O'Neill had a short thing with them. There are all these eat shit and die conversations, essentially,
Yeah.
where everyone gets a few minutes to go and lean in and tell Papas to eat shit and die.
Especially Daniel's, where he starts talking about Apophis' son.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was,
just like twisting the knife and like taking.
That was
like,
some next level fuck you shit. Which I mean, I totally get it.
Yeah, no. Daniel has has a lot he needs to work through with a therapist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All of
but-
that is really good. Yes.
But then like when the host comes out towards the end, like they all start to feel bad about. It's like, oh right, there's the host is a victim too. Crap.
Yeah, like that is where some of like the real good shit in this episode happens. Just the straight up like, oh, this is like some horrific ass shit. Like learning what that guy's story was, how long he's been alive.
For thousands of years.
Yeah, thousands of years trapped, unable to do anything, thinking you're living in a nightmare that never ends. Like that's horrifying.
Yeah, they do a good job conveying that, and then Daniel's empathetic side immediately comes back out, which is good.
Also, real lucky that Daniel happens to speak Egyptian, ancient Egyptian.
Yeah,
I mean, he spent a year on what's it called?
Abydos.
On Abydos.
Yeah, but it's probably like really bad ancient Egyptian with like a strong American accent.
Yeah.
Probably mispronouncing everything.
This is very much dating Apophis' body, right? Doesn't that mean that this guy is like more than 2,000 years old?
Like 4,000 years old, 3,000 years old. Yeah. So been around a long time. Like so, Apophis hasn't jumped hosts for a while. He got that host, liked that host, and just kept him for thousands of years.
Yeah. Actually, here's a question: how did you guys like the gnarly old man Apophis makeup stuff going on?
Oh, just the gradual aging. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was gnarly.
I thought they did a cool job with that. Just like as the episode goes on further and further, he just looks more and more like just like wasting away in front of you, more or less.
Yeah, and they're going to get their money's worth out of those shots as we move forward in the series.
Okay, so then here's a question: which interaction did you think was the best? Like, are we gonna go like O'Neill, Teal'c, or Jackson? Because me, I feel like it's Jackson. Maybe like Teal'c being a close second.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, O'Neill's was the funniest.
I mean, he was just being a dick to him the whole time. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Like, I wrote down this one line. It's, that's between you and your God. Oh, wait a minute. You are your God. That's a problem.
I think it's
That's an
like
excellent way to end a conversation with someone.
yeah. Well, I think he goes, "Oh well, that's a problem," like in the most sarcastic way possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
like to think
there's
just what the hell was this dumbass thinking? Like, yeah, these people will definitely protect me.
and not just watch me die. Yeah,
I mean, in their
uh,
defense, they actually did try to save his life, but he was more or less so damaged from all the torture that it was nothing they could have done.
I mean, he was really the only group he could have any leverage with. I mean, he knows, like, the SGC doesn't have any advanced tech. If he goes to any other Gould, he's dead or he'll be handed over immediately. Um, he has no good options, but this was his only not terrible option.
this was his only bad option he had left at
Yeah,
that point. Yeah.
that's a better way of saying it.
Oh, there was a nice callback to the pilot when they bring Apophis back in through the gate, and O'Neill's like, "Oh, General Hammond, Apophis, General Hammond," and Hammond's like, "We've met." That's a nice callback to the pilot episode.
Oh yeah, I guess they did sort of
Yeah,
show up in that room,
sort of
didn't they?
for like half a second they saw each other.
Yeah, yeah, like, they made eye contact in like the first scene, first episode. I just appreciated that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the planet they go to, that's just the beach.
Yeah,
That's just the beach
so I
again.
wanted to ask,
It's a nice beach.
like, in
It's a
the
cool looking beach.
background, you see, like, a giant berm, right?
Yeah.
Is the other side of the berm like that depolate that we saw, like, back in, like, season 1, episode 1 and 2?
I, you see, but that sand looked more like beach sand than like quarry sand. Like in episode one, it's almost like on the other side of that berm is where they did the like 100-day Greek people. Maybe I mean it's also almost certainly the same beach they did the Toker episode on.
Like,
Just a
I
different part
feel
of it.
like I've seen that we will see that berm over and over again in the future.
I'm almost certain that's the same berm that Martouf and Carter had their scene on in the Joker episode.
We have to find that berm in real life. I need answers.
If I mean
Just want to have like a
it's been
pilgrimage. Like, this is the berm I've been looking for.
yeah, we have to take a trip to Vancouver to find that berm, find the rock quarry,
Ah,
Find the
find the
sulfur pit.
find. I mean, yeah, that's pretty easy to find. Find that warehouse.
it's really not that hard to find all of those things. You could do that in like an evening, I think.
I mean, just depending on like where they are, there might be a bit of a drive between each of them. Yeah, find that one clearing that they keep shooting the indigenous peoples on. In the that they use in Emancipation and Spirits. Gotta find that clearing where they had the fake llama. Yeah, no, there's there's definitely a Stargate fan trip to make Vancouver. Oh boy. So I'm out of notes. for this episode. It's just good. It's a good episode.
Yeah, it's all right. It's probably the best of these three.
Oh, by far.
Oh yeah. I do have one question. I may have missed something from earlier episodes. Apophis seems to care an awful lot about this child he had natural birth with Amunet. Is that how you say it?
Amunet.
Right. But as we saw back at the end of season 1, early season 2, he already has a son, Chlorel. So why is this child like more important than he is?
I mean, Chlorel's another Goa'uld. This is like a human child born of two people that are hosts for Goa'uld, right?
In the human child automatically has all the knowledge of the Goa'uld parents.
I don't think.
I think that's implied.
I don't know.
That was implied. That was implied. We'll hear more about that next season.
Also, you'd think they would have tried this before now.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know the history of the Goa'uld. They're not going to explain the history of the Goa'uld, by the way. At any point, the show's not interested in that. But maybe someone tried that in the past. Maybe someone does this every few hundred years, and it goes badly, or
they're just disappointed. What is this fucking human?
Yeah. I know. In fact, really, it was Apophis's whole scheme to get a wife and a kid, and then have a human baby with all the knowledge of the Goa'uld in it. Like, this whole family scheme he had is what led him to, I guess, trigger Earth going out into space, which then brought his own downfall by blowing up his shit.
Mm-hmm.
So really, he brought all this on himself.
Yep.
And then he dies. And then they send him back to Sokar because they don't want any of Sokar's smoke.
Yeah. Who more or less just says, all right, got what I want, and leaves him alone, right?
For now, yeah. But just at the end with Martouf.
Oh yeah, that little bit of info. That's always a fun little thing. You know what? So what's the logistics of this, right? They say, well, they're just gonna revive him and torture him more. Does that mean like the host basically like thinks he's dead and he's free, and then he just wakes up again too?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's horrifying.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, everyone's expressions are oh no.
Yeah.
How fucked up that is. And of course, Martouf's just like, yeah, that's what they do to each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the Goa'uld for you.
Yeah. You chose to mention this now, Martouf, really? You were too busy batting eyelashes with Carter. You couldn't have brought this up earlier.
It's like, oh, by the way, if you send the body, they're going to just resurrect him and kill him off forever.
Yeah.
And it's like, yee.
I don't know if you guys caught it, but when Martouf comes through the gate, he smiles at Sam. Sam smiles back, and the baby-faced airman he has that look of I didn't just see that.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Well, we will see over time what befalls of every guy who gets a crush on Carter.
Yeah. Because there is a trend.
Yes, that we will come to know over the seasons.
Yeah, they all become fundamentalists with god complexes.
Just that one guy. Just that one guy.
Just the one guy?
Yeah, but you're close. You're close.
Yeah, you're really not far off now that I think about it.
There we go.
Yeah. So one last important note I had for this episode is I think this is where we're introduced to the GDO. This is the device that the SGC gives to their closest allies so they can just dial them up and not have to worry about getting splattered against the iris.
This is the first time they name it, right?
Yep. So I didn't realize this, but I picked it up in the show trivia. GDO just stands for garage door opener.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, that's more or less what it is.
That's pretty good. I mean, they've had these since the beginning. They just haven't named them.
Yeah.
Now
That's
we
fine.
know.
Now we know the garage door open.
And knowing is half the battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right, are we all good?
Yep.
I'm good.
I mean, we got to
Fantastic.
talk about this
Well-
episode next.
Well, we're good for now.
But
Justin is good for now, but about to not be good. Since we're moving on to episode 19, One False Step. Justin, do you want to summarize this episode for the fine listeners?
I suppose. Let me sit up. Adjust my mic.
Can I give the quick Coles notes before he does it?
Sure, do it.
Coles.
Yeah. Remember that one episode of The Simpsons where Homer travels back in time, sneezes, and everything dies?
Sure.
But go on, Justin.
No, but I think I know what I'm watching later tonight.
Okay, so the Stargate command sends a drone, a flying drone, a UAV actually, which I think they named that specifically,
They do.
to a planet that doesn't seem to have any sentient life at first. They fly it around, they see a bunch of mushroom-like things, and then it crashes. It hits one of these mushroom-like things and knocks it over. And then they see a man, or what appears to be a man, approach it and just kind of stare at it and then pick it up and run away. I'm not 100% sure if the show intends for these guys to be naked or not. They're clearly wearing like some thin material. And then they go into the Stargate to get their UAV. And they encounter these extremely, I hate using the word primitive, but I don't want to dance around it here. The extremely primitive people who like have no tools, they have no spoken word. They just kind of wander around staring awkwardly at the four main characters. And that takes like 4 hours of this episode's 45-minute runtime. And then they start falling over dead. And they take one of them back to try to figure out what's going on. And they found out he seems mostly human, but he's not actually. They're actually like the mushrooms are the people, I think is the implication, because we see them. Daniel sees one of them turn into a mushroom, which hilariously nobody else sees. And then they find out that there was some kind of high-pitched note or high-pitched sound on this planet that was integral to these guys staying alive, but it's actually making Daniel and O'Neill sick. And so they figure out a way to replicate this weirdly high-pitched note that nobody can hear, and all of the people get better, and that's that. That's it.
So one thing, the guys don't turn into the mushrooms. The mushrooms only grow when the guys are around. They're very shy.
Oh,
Very shy mushrooms, yeah.
Very shy mushrooms.
listen,
And it's not a high pitched note. It's like a very low frequency note that they
or
just...
a very low pitched note. Look, it doesn't matter. The show sucks. This episode sucks.
It sure did. I'd like to think what that note actually was just like Pauly Shore just doing his stupid weasel impression on loop, which is what was causing specifically Daniel and O'Neill to be very agitated throughout the entire episode. Yeah, which was an alright bit. I liked that bit.
I like the
Yeah.
concept of this episode. Like, how many base infection episodes have we had thus far? It makes sense at some point our galaxy explorers show up and they bring some sort of contagion with them that the locals just can't handle.
Yeah, and actually, Hammond and Fraser bring that up later on in the
Right.
episode. And Fraser's like, yeah, I'm surprised this hasn't happened earlier.
Right, like,
Hmm.
if it had been some sort of bacteria or virus, like some real world practical thing they had to solve, and it just not being some sound, I think it would have worked a lot better. And instead of it being these socially awkward toad people, they were just like normal, like nomadic villagers or something.
Are you telling me that spending like 30 minutes of this episode watching these weird skinny white dudes just dancing around the main characters and gawking at them, you telling me that's kind of boring? I mean, that doesn't constitute a good story.
These short, bald, naked white men.
Yeah. And then the show kind of pretends they're naked, but like they're very clearly wearing some kind of thin fabric.
Okay, look, all right.
Yeah, they're wearing leotards.
Well, hang on.
So I'm going to do this again in 480p on like a CRT monitor. Like I could show them back in the day.
You couldn't tell. I mean, you could
would
tell.
not have been I mean, you would know, but you wouldn't see like the edges of the outfit that clearly.
Sure.
Yeah, but doesn't Daniel Jackson have a line somewhere in there that these people are wearing like some sort of
Like body
paint
paint?
that acts as like an extra layer of skin?
Something like that, but it's
Like-
barely an excuse.
They come up with an explanation.
They need
something
basic. I mean, the short version is that they need some way to have these people be naked, but not like naked enough that you can't like to not have them, so naked you can't show it on TV.
And here again, you could have just replaced the boring toad people with like normal ass like Nordic villagers, have them wear normal clothing, and just be like, "Oh yeah, I caught some sort of disease that makes me sneeze." It's like, "Oh, you have the common cold, which you've never had before, which will probably now kill you."
Yeah, the next time they accidentally fuck up a planet, everyone will be dressed like Ren Fair. People like normal.
I mean,
that's something to look forward to.
You get brownie points for trying something different. It just is something different was so boring. Like, I can't relate to these people at all. Like, I don't care that our field expeditionary team almost genocided entire people. So,
my dark thoughts in the back of my mind goes to with this episode. Someone in the writer room really likes infantilizing indigenous peoples, but they're not going to be able to do it that badly when they're trying to base off of real cultures. So just inventing a primitive people that you can infantilize freely.
Yeah. What if these people just, did high-pitched noises and fell over?
It just patted one another occasionally. Like, there was a lot of, like, patting people on the shoulders this episode.
Yeah, you gotta give your buddy a nice pat on the shoulder for a good job. You did a real good job making that high-pitched noise.
Like, let's just invent a species that we can fully infantilize just to get that out of our systems as writers. So that we don't do that to, like, the Salish again or something.
Again?
Yeah, it's just working the tendency out of their systems, maybe. That's what this is, and they just invented an alien race to do that with.
Yeah.
You're saying they can't pull off a Star Trek and just do an episode about, Chicago.
Oh, if only. If only they did a piece of the action in Stargate.
Yeah.
That would have been, and yes, I know the episode name. That would have been so good.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, I'm going to make you watch a piece of the action at some point.
One of the funnier
I used to think that Mike's top class of Red Letter Media fame's ability to recall Star Trek episode names was pretty impressive in a weird kind of way. But now I just realized that Star Trek people can just do that.
Not every episode.
That's like a talent bestowed upon you when you become a Star Trek fan.
Look,
oddly enough, I am not that person. Like, I could tell you what happens in almost every Star Trek episode as soon as it starts. I could not tell you the name of them.
So, look, when you spend your childhood from ages 3 to 10 watching the original series on repeat on VHS tapes, it just happens.
What about
This-
TNG?
Adam,
TNG less so.
this explains why you can't watch awkward social interactions between Michael Shanks and some homeless men, like in a diner.
I mean, there's several reasons for that, but we're not going to get into my own psychology here.
We need to at some point.
You
Yeah,
really
it's gonna happen
don't.
eventually.
You really don't.
So getting back to this episode, like in my mind, this is a hard skip. It's disappointing because there are some real bangers from Tilk in this episode, and no one will
list
ever
them
know
off.
them because this is a skip over episode.
List them off then.
Oh, okay. So when they first come through the gate, Daniel Jackson's like, "Oh, I just had a case of deja vu." Tilk's like, "I'm unfamiliar with that term." It's like, "Oh, it means I feel like I've been here before." And then Tilk just kind of glances at Daniel. "That is correct, Daniel Jackson. Yesterday when we first arrived on this planet."
And then Daniel's like,
So
"Yeah, I know. Okay, fine."
That
Yeah.
line made me think this was going to be like a time loop kind of episode, which would have
Yeah.
been way more interesting.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
My other favorite is when they first get to the villagers. The villagers are like greeting them by, again, like patting them on the shoulders, and Tilk is just like, "I am not fond of this."
Yeah, that was pretty good. He also has a pretty good line later when Daniel says, "Hey, can you keep an eye on this?" And he's like, "I will keep both eyes on it, Daniel Jackson."
Yes, that was the third one I had.
That does remind me of the bit when they first encounter their first naked guy. It's like Sam sees him first and is like, ooh, eesh, yeah. And then Daniel turns to look, and he just doesn't say anything. He just like raises his eyebrow, and just like kind of reaches over and tries to like pat O'Neill on the arm. While O'Neill's looking at binoculars, and he lowers binoculars, looks over at the guy, raises the binoculars again at the guy. The guy does the motion back at him. That's the fun bit.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Daniel tries to wave at him, and he just like starts high pitched yelling and runs away. Which is an appropriate response if you haven't seen this kind of thing before. You know, like, who the hell are these people? What are these strange things they're wearing? Why does one keep sneezing on me? Why do I feel so bad?
Oh, fun trivia. This is the last time we're going to see Daniel's allergies.
Great.
Did they finally just say, "Hey, guess what? You almost killed a planet, so we're just gonna pay for your Claritin subscription or whatever the heck it is."
Pretty much.
Maybe one of the flowers or plants they found on a different planet just cures all allergies.
Oh, the fit plant from the Mongolians.
Right. I mean, they must have collected enough fauna where they can just magically cure flora. Yes. Fauna is animals. My bad. Please don't crucify me, sci-fi people.
Too late.
PETA is already rapidly approaching your location.
They're coming for you.
But yeah, they've magically cured allergies in the Stargate universe.
I am impressed with the show willing to find all these extras willing to be bald, naked men. In this episode, and also they clearly shot that in the winter. Everyone's breath is cold, so the guys playing the weird bald naked men had to just be freezing their everything off.
It turns out them just falling over dead wasn't part of the story. It's just something they ran with.
It was hypothermia for the extras.
Like, oh no, dunk. Which, you know what? Good on all these. Would you consider these people extras?
I mean, they don't have speaking lines.
That's true. Okay. I mean, yeah, they have like yelling lines here and there, but yeah, like they did a real good fall over and die. You know, really committed to the bit.
Are we certain this isn't actually an indigenous people they have up in Vancouver?
No.
I'm not gonna look into that.
Like
you don't want to Google search is there a tribe of people on Earth that are just naked and shave their heads and are all albinos? Don't do it.
I
Just
don't
get
know.
through the list.
It almost feels like they got like a I don't know Cirque du troop that was coming through to like I don't know shave their heads or wear like skull caps or something and just do this bit because the guys doing the bit seem way more comfortable with it than the main actors. It's like the main actors seem uneasy about the situation as
I
much
mean,
as
if you were in that
but also
situation, would you be feeling
that's
good?
yeah, that's also like what the characters are supposed to be feeling. So maybe that's not by accident.
yeah. But like the guys playing the natives don't look uneasy about it, so that's why I'm thinking, oh, they found like a circus troupe coming through, and they're game for this kind of shenanigan. I don't know, that's just where my mind went.
I have a strong feeling this planet will not be getting a Burger King in the future.
No.
You could definitely teach him capitalism.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Who's
like,
gonna pay pats on the back?
Yeah.
the thing
That was
is,
a damn good Whopper you made me.
but like every time you go there, the fungus freaks out and that starts killing everyone. So like you just have to not go there again.
Yeah. I do like how the fungus basically just shows up and says, "Fuck all this, everyone dies."
Yeah, pretty much. I do like how the bad luck of testing their new UAV on the one planet that has with this constant human interference.
Hmm.
That's some bad luck there.
Yeah. So I don't want to spoil anything, but I just realized, like, in the future, like, SGC just has terrible luck with, like, UAVs.
Well, because like, how do you retrieve them? You have to like send people in to retrieve them, or just write them off.
Oh, no, if you're a skilled operator, you could fly it back through the Stargate.
No, but how do you dial back into the Stargate with the UAV?
Have, like, a remote GDO on it, maybe?
No, but it has to interface. It has to touch
Having
the
having a remote
DSG.
GDO sounds like a terrible, terrible, terrible idea when it comes to security.
Yeah, there's that
Oh
too.
no,
Yeah,
our thing
that's
got
true,
captured.
too.
Oh no, here comes an opposing army.
Oh, right. You would need somebody to actually dial.
The DHG.
You know.
So it's like the best you could do is just do like a crash landing near the Stargate, and then someone goes through and retrieves it.
Yeah, but that would actually make sense, though, because you could do a lot more reconnaissance with the UAV than sending people through on foot. It'd be a lot cheaper, a lot quicker.
Yeah, but you still have to send people through to retrieve the damn thing, otherwise it gets destroyed.
Yeah, but I mean, you probably could map out like hundreds of miles versus, dozens of them
Yeah,
on a
and
planet.
and it also would solve the surprise black hole problem. Be-
Yes.
because you find out about it before you send people over there.
Yeah. Or if you're going to a planet that has a bunch of gold, you can like actually scout out the area, see if they got any giant like laser ships or settlements or whatnot.
As we'll see, those like late '90s UAVs are low and slow, pretty easy pigeon shooting for staff weapons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One other question: why didn't this drone get a fancy name like the others? Like we have the MEL, the Mobile Analytical Laboratory Probe, the one that has the arm and that has the camera. There's the Fred, the Field Remote Expeditionary Device that carries like all their luggage.
Because flying machines aren't people.
But are things that carry our ship people?
They're they're mules. They're goats, and you give names to goats and mules.
Yeah, this just feels like lazy writing.
Yeah. I mean, the lazy part of this is this takes a full episode of A plot for them to resolve. But if this were Next Generation, Lieutenant Commander Data could have just solved this whole thing in a B plot on his own. I'm just gonna put that out there. This would be the B plot for a TNG episode, where the A plot is on the ship with some character drama, and then the B plot is just Data on a planet figuring out what's wrong with this fungus and these naked guys. and like he just
Yeah.
needs 15 minutes of screen time for him to solve it.
Mm-hmm. But instead, you get Teal'c finding some vines underground, getting Grigoon on his fingers and keeling over.
Yeah, don't touch the green goo.
Yeah.
Just like in
I think that
general.
was just like, what was that stuff they used to sell in the 90s? Was it like GAC or something?
Something like
Yeah. It
Some
came in like
local,
an
the
orange
local
egg.
KB Toys.
like a flubber's in there somewhere.
I don't think anyone actually tried to sell Flubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Oh no.
What about Team NT2 Secret of the Ooze? Is that kind of ooze? You also don't
Yeah.
want to touch that ooze.
I mean, that one has vanilla ice in it, so you don't want to talk about it.
No, you don't.
That was such a disappointment.
But like this was a really neat episode, like idea for an episode. They just didn't get the pacing right. So I like this episode that would have needed a B plot. So you can just condense the stuff.
Interesting concept, but you get an F for execution.
I don't know. I feel like they executed this as well as you could have with, the major plot points being a bunch of naked bald men running around making high pitched noises.
Again, if you're gonna make somebody sick, make it somebody I care about. That has like personality or like
Wow.
Like these things look human, but they don't act human.
That's I really want to make you watch Farscape sometime.
Or are you thinking of that one episode on Earth?
I'm thinking of a lot of things about Farscape in terms of this being very intentionally not human with things.
You like the little bit with the Jim Henson puppet saying "I don't feel so good."
Oh boy. All right, that's enough of this episode. It's an interesting idea. Oh, too much so for its own good.
Yeah. How many native episodes have we gotten this season?
More than we should, and they're going to learn their lesson. After this.
Yeah.
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 We're going to encounter more near peer civilizations in the coming seasons, which is for the best. Like, give me a good steampunk planet once a season, you know?
Yeah, I'd be all for that.
Okay, are we all ready to move on?
Hell yeah.
All right, we're now on to our last episode of the batch, season 2, episode 20, Show and Tell. In this episode, a child cancer patient comes through the Stargate, is weird and cryptic, says he's warning them, and Mother is there with them. And they're, yeah, sure, Mother's here with you. Okay. And he's in the infirmary. They're doing all the stuff. He immediately latches on to O'Neill. He's like, "Hey, can I be your dead son?" And it's like, "Oh boy, just doing all the psychic damage to O'Neill this episode." But anyway, Mother is there. Mother is a invisible bug who's out of phase with our physical reality.
We should specify a very large bug.
A almost Starship Troopers sized bug.
Yeah, almost like you could start
like
chanting
arms.
EDF. EDF.
Yeah.
My note was it's the drone from the Halo franchise.
It's bigger than that.
Or like a Droideka sized.
See,
yeah.
It's actually, so you gotta remember in Halo you play a 7-foot monstrosity, so they only look small.
Actually,
Not
yeah.
VSD.
I would say that the bugs here, the Re 2, do have this a similar profile to a Droideka, but they're bugs. But anyway,
yeah, to a degree.
To a degree. So Mother is there. She's invisible, short-tempered, but benevolent. They call the Tok'ra because they're like, what to do about this invisible bug and this cancer patient child. Tok'ra show up and they're like, oh, you're fucked. But here's some guns that can see the bugs. Then they go to a planet with the bugs, see a bunch of bugs, and they're like, "Ooh, that's a bad time." Come back through from that planet. Try not to bring any stragglers with them. They bring 5 bug terrorists back accidentally, and they go on a bug hunt through the base, where a bunch of extras die. And then they kill the bug terrorist. Mother gets got by bug terrorists before that bug terrorist gets got. The boy has a fake out death. And Toker are like, well, we can just take him, put a symbiote in him, and he'll live. And then they leave, and we never hear about the boy again.
Yeah, unless you count the novels, in which case you hear about him again.
Oh God, he's in the novels.
Yeah, I did a quick look after watching this episode just to see, like, does this kid show up again? And it's like, he appears in the novel. It's like, okay, cool. I don't care.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because this is the boy who will never return to the show again.
Yeah. This is a weird episode, right?
This is a weird episode.
It's weird and it doesn't make a ton of sense, but I probably enjoyed it like the second most of this list. I don't know. I also watched it. I watched the other 3 in a row, and I watched this one separately, so maybe that's part of it. But at least it built up to something interesting, which is an action set piece where they're trying to shoot invisible enemies.
Yeah. Which I think is probably the best sequence of this episode, but at the same time, like, there's some real weird choices made, like putting the base on high alert turns off all the lights for some reason.
They did that on purpose. Carter explains real quick.
Oh, they
yeah,
did?
I thought those were separate. I thought putting the base on high alert and turning off the lights were 2 separate actions.
But they were. They did that because it gives, I guess, better contrast with the gun that lets you see the bugs.
Yeah. You definitely got to show that CG. They paid a lot for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, not always, because they are invisible.
Considering the time and that this is a network TV show and not like a big movie, I think those bugs actually looked okay.
Yeah, and having them be invisible most of the time, and they're shown through like a device that kind of shows them kind of hazy, lets you get away with having some hazy CG in there.
Yeah, almost like that might be the reason why they're invisible.
Yeah, it's also the reason why they're invisible. It's like it's the old joke of like a sci-fi show that doesn't have budget. Be like, oh, these aliens, they're invisible. We have to deal with these invisible aliens. It's like a running like parody gag that people go to for sci-fi shows. And hey, you know what? They made it work here.
The thing I don't understand is like Starship Troopers has already come out, and the whole point of having a bug species is they swarm, they try to overrun, and it's humans' job to gun as many of them down as they can before they get like within melee range. It's like you just completely abandoned a working sci-fi trope because you wanted them to be terrorists and be invisible. No, if you're going to have a bug species, just let them be bugs. Like, have this be the episode where you have lots of explosions and gunfights, right? Nobody likes bugs. So you can have your actors shoot as many of them as they want, and nobody's going to get offended.
Well, they look like bugs. Maybe they aren't bugs.
We could have had Starship Troopers and Stargate.
Yeah, but Starship Troopers, the whole point is that the bug hunts were... I'm not going to get into Starship Troopers with you. But no, that if you're going to subvert a trope, subvert that trope, is what I'm saying.
I think it's a missed opportunity. I mean, you could have had another really cool evil alien faction that's separate from the gold.
Oh, well, if we're going to talk about missed opportunities, some spoilers here. We never deal with the Ritu again. They mention the Ritu every once in a while. Like, oh, by the way, yeah, like a third of the galaxy is owned by the Ritu, by the way. Like they're mentioned at least like once or twice a season going forward. Never encountered again.
No.
It is one of the bigger plot holes in the lore of this show.
And they seem like they're a fairly powerful faction. I mean, their motivation is to kill all human life, so they don't have to deal with the Goa'uld.
The rebels
that's not all of them.
motivation.
That's just
the main group
rebels.
of the Ritu don't really want to do that. They just want to deal with the Goa'uld.
Yeah, I mean, they said that in the show, but
Which means that you should be in more contact with the main faction of the Ritu, and then like the rebels are more of a problem because you are dealing with the main Ritu.
here's the thing: is they're bugs. So even though they're a rebel faction, there's probably millions, if not billions, of them.
I mean, you saw thousands of them just kind of like faffing around in
Like,
that
in the middle of the desert for no reason.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do? So actually, this brings me to something that I think is very funny about this episode. So you have these two factions of the Ritu, right? And both of them have a plan to deal with this situation. I mean, one of them is a situation caused by the rebels, but the rebels are like, okay, the Goa'uld are killing us because they don't, they think we're a threat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kill all hosts, kill every host. Pretty extreme of a solution, right?
That's speaking of Halo. That's the plan for the. That's how they
Covenant?
deal with the flood.
Oh, so yeah.
That's how the Forerunners deal with the flood.
Kill everything that could be affected by the flood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a plot for like at least half the games.
All right. I mean, sure. This is definitely before Halo, so
I mean, it makes more sense there because the flood like infects something immediately and turn them into basically a zombie immediately. It's not like it's not a Goa'uld where they have to like incubate it for years and then there's only a few of them and they have to find a suitable host, whatever. No, it's like the flood just kill everything immediately.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like in this case, it'll be way more, I guess, cost effective for your suicide bombers to go and find the Goa'uld breeding pits and then just blow those up.
Yeah.
Which they probably would do a pretty good job of. Although they do mention that basically both the Tok'ra or I guess the Tok'ra mentioned that they stole that weird gun from the Goa'uld, so they actually developed technology to detect these people.
I hate to bring up Halo again, but these guns look like plasma rifles.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for saying it, so I didn't have to. The transphase eradication rods.
Yes. Also, this episode came out in early 1999. Just pointing that out.
Yeah, but Halo existed long before then. It just wasn't turned into a game yet.
It didn't appear on stage until like Macworld '99 or something. The two would not. I don't think the two would have been. They wouldn't have known about each other. I mean, they somebody might have known that Halo was being developed, and the developers of Halo were almost certainly watching some Stargate. I guess maybe the Halo devs watched Stargate and were like, "That's a cool looking weapon. I'm gonna steal that."
It's possible.
Yeah, there could be some inspiration here, but
it's like one of those like parallel things or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But okay, so there's one other thing I want to bring up about these weird plans. So the other faction of the Ritu, which is the more or less the central authority, I think that's what they call them, right?
Yeah.
So their plan to warn the humans is to create a clone of a human child, do it badly, and then send them through the Stargate to talk. Is this a very good plan? It seems like a very bad plan to me.
I don't see why you couldn't just like. They said they could interact with our world at least to some degree. I don't see why you couldn't like. They could communicate clearly because they had to teach the child how to speak in some way. So like, why don't they just like write something on a piece of paper or a tablet or something? Send it through and be like, hey, you guys are gonna get fucked up if you don't prepare.
Yeah. So maybe I guess the way I would reconcile this is the Central Authority told Mother to warn the Earthlings about the rebels, and then Mother's the one who just went and like fat grew a child.
Well, I think it gets explained that Mother did fat grow a child, and Charlie was still developing, but the rebel faction was getting more and more aggressive, so she kind of had to take him out like prematurely, like before his organs were done developing.
Take him out of the easy bake human oven and bring him out.
Yeah, he's still a little bit doughy on the inside.
Yeah, you may not have a liver, kid, but you
Yeah,
know,
we kind of need you.
you'll last long enough to tell this one guy that the bad guys are coming, and also you're about to die.
Yeah.
The easy bake human oven.
Yeah. Which, I mean,
Okay.
she was gonna leave him at one point. She was just like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna leave once this is resolved. Once you guys just figure this out, I'm gonna leave you here. All right? You cool with that? Sure."
Yeah. She was like, yeah. Here's human child. Peace.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't end up doing that.
Because she gets jabbed.
Yeah. Do we want to get into that whole scene? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, so that is a very contrived scene because there are two rebels hanging out in the infirmary with Mother and the kid.
And she just wasn't doing anything about it until they shone the light on her.
Yeah.
It's like, are you guys cool? Are we cool?
It's like
Oh shit, you're not cool. Boo-boo.
it's like that scene from The Office where it's Michael, Dwight, and Pam like pointing finger pistols at each other, waiting for somebody to pull the trigger, and then the SGC guys walk in, and that's when everything just goes to hell.
But then,
Yeah.
when the kid have been seeing that, and I've been able to like say something to like,
Yeah,
someone,
you-
like, hey,
You would
there's
think.
My mother's at gunpoint.
so it's like, hey, the end of the good and bad and the ugly is happening in here. By the way, you just can't see it.
Wait, was he in
No.
a coma at this point?
No,
he
he's
was
also
awake.
in
He was
coma
very much
immediately
awake to see her
afterwards.
get exploded.
Watch his mom get exploded before his eyes.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
Yeah, and that's when he goes into the coma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really contrived sequence of in the vids to the action scene. And also, I want to say that one Toker guy who doesn't get a name gets wasted and flies through the window of the control room. So
Oh,
never
yeah.
pick that again.
Yeah. That was some good wire work.
That whole sequence was like rad as fuck, is what I will call it, because you got that slow turn. He sees it, gets shot, flies through the window, and then Teal'c does the combat roll and shoots the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
In general, I think the action stuff in this episode is pretty good. It's just the plot falls apart.
And will
Yeah.
continue to fall apart
Yeah.
as we go along.
Yeah.
Just like this child's body.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
I mean,
Poor Aunt.
so there was a lot of callbacks in this episode, right?
Yes, there's, like I said, they call back like whenever they're doing big like space geopolitics stuff. They always have to mention that the Ritu are out there. They just never do anything with it.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like they call back the that one advanced human race. They call back the Tauri. They call back to Apophis used children as bombs, or the other guy used child as bomb.
Yep.
I think they even bring up Teal'c's son.
Yeah,
you got to check these kids because they could explode at any moment.
Yeah. So when I call him Avatar Ong, first came through the gate, they like immediately took him into to have Frasier do her doctor stuff.
And she checks for all the obvious things that could explode.
Jax has a quote: "No bomb in the chest, no biohazard in the tooth."
I think it's O'Neill that says that.
Yeah, Jack.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I said Jackson.
Oh no.
But yeah, so they call back to that all the kids they meet are like half the kids they meet are bombs.
Oh gosh.
But Aang here is not a bomb. He just vaguely resembles O'Neill's dead kid if O'Neill's dead kid had cancer.
Oh my gosh.
Which does like infinite psychic damage to him.
He's a Flash clone from Halo.
I was thinking more like innocent kid Shinzon from Star Trek 10.
No,
Okay.
I think we have a conspiracy here now. Like either Halo ripped this episode off, or the writers ripped Halo off.
I love me some Halo, but Halo ripped off a lot of stuff.
It does rip off a lot of stuff.
I hate to break it to you. It's basically a.
Oh no, I can believe it. It's Microsoft.
It wasn't even before it was Microsoft,
that.
Bungie, and it was gonna be a Mac RTS. They were pulling from basically every popular military sci-fi of the past like 50 years.
Yeah, like there's a lot of aliens in there. There's a lot of Starship Troopers in there.
Hey,
Yeah.
if we did it better, we did it first.
No, that's not how that
Not
works.
necessarily. They pull out like the whole ring world idea was done by Larry Niven first, which
Oh yeah, I knew about that one.
yeah.
Oh, so I did want to say when they are going, sweeping through the base, they have like 3 red shirts with them. I guess 2 red shirts with them.
Oh yeah, they all get
yeah.
got.
They all got that one guy gets got in the most Looney Tunes ass way possible, where like a shot flies, or like it's O'Neill Jackson clearing a hallway, and they close the door to the side, and Jackson goes, "Hey, what if they come in behind us?" And O'Neill kind of like has a little freak out at him about it, and then turns back around and there's just a Ritu there, and it shoots at them, goes past them, hits the X-ray that's behind them, and then he's just like a Wile E. Coyote like silhouette around the blast door, just gonna slide down.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. As in
How long do you think they spent on that?
I don't know, but it was the most Looney Tunes ass shit I've seen in the show so far.
Need a little humor mixed in there.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Daniel basically killed that guy, right? Like, if you think about it.
Like, just stop bringing Daniel into the firefights.
He always makes it worse. He either goes off and does something on his own, or he impedes the people that know what they're doing.
I don't know if I brought it up in the Touchstone episode, but when they're going into that warehouse at the end, Daniel's taking point for some reason.
He's expendable. He's died before.
Not
He'll be
really.
fine.
He shouldn't. Yeah, I agree that it's kind of weird how often they put Daniel in a military position when the other 3 have a military background and Daniel doesn't.
Very much does not.
Just Daniel, stay here. Like, make sure this broom closet is secure.
Well, I mean, he does that on his own when given the opportunity, as we saw last time. But yeah, so this is my last note here is that the episode was not brave enough to kill the kid. Just send it off to the Tok'ra to never be seen or heard from again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack promises we'll see each other all the time and never see him again.
Never see him again.
By the way, it's a weird solution. Like, that kid is, for all intents and purposes, terrified of, the Jaffa, the Gold, and even the Tari when they show up.
And the Tok'ra, Tari are the Earthlings.
Or, yeah, sorry, the Tok'ra when they show up, and they're just like, let's just implant him with the symbiote. He'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, there's only bad options left at this point for the kid.
I guess. I feel like it would have been a more fitting episode end to just have him die. I know that maybe that sounds dark, but it kind of like, I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of a dark episode. There's a lot of death in this episode.
Yeah, it gives some more finality to it. But like, this kid's had a real bad day, as it turns out.
A real bad existence, you could say.
Yeah.
And children dying on screen.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Yeah, it's generally not good for the ratings.
No, even when, yeah.
Even on Showtime?
Even on Showtime.
It's Showtime, baby.
So here's a question.
Oh, go ahead, Justin.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, here's a good question. How do they clean up the viscera from the bugs?
Oh, I thought about that. I don't think you can.
Contractor grade.
Are they just like stepping in unseen bug guts for the next while?
However long, probably.
They just get the power washer out and just.
I guess they just power wash the hallways and they just.
No, but the thing is, because they're phased out of like our physical matter, like a hose isn't going to do anything. Like a broom won't do anything for that viscera.
Yeah. So, Adam, kind of in my head canon, I chalk this up to they're actually like 4th dimensional beings.
They're not 4th dimensional beings. God. No.
Star Ocean. Is this Star Ocean till the end of time?
If only. It's also not DS9. Look, if they're fourth dimensional beings, they would either actually be fourth dimensional or they'll be like, "What's time?"
Yeah.
Like that's no.
You know what's something I came to this epiphany right now, and I know this is a tangent, but Star Ocean till the end of the time basically just implies that we're currently living in an MMO universe, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
which
that's
which
the
makes it
whole.
weird for all the sequels because they have their own dramas
No, but I mean
and
us, Earth,
yeah,
all of us.
yeah, it's simulation theory. What do you want from me?
Yeah, this is it's all been a simulation.
And they did that like 15 years before it was cool to do that. Yeah.
That's true. They didn't do it very well.
Gonna make Tyler play Star Ocean game. But yeah.
Some of those are right.
You give me enough beer, I'll play anything.
Let me tell you about box
Let me tell-
office bust.
Let me tell you about Edge Maverick.
No.
All right, so that's a tangent. Is there anything else to say about this episode?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Sam Carter with the legendary Nade Yeet Ricochet off the door
Oh,
into
yeah.
the hallway for a kill.
Well, that wasn't a kill. That was just to blow the doors off so she could get the kill.
No, I think that counts as a kill in my book.
I mean, she
She
does have
didn't
to
kill
shoot the thing.
Wait, does she have to shoot it again?
Yeah, she
I
should
can't
shoot
She has
remember
to go
now.
shoot it. She was blowing the doors off so that she could go around the corner.
I don't care. It's still a legendary Nade Yeet.
It was a good, yeah. It was definitely a good
It's a
shot.
good throw.
Good nade toss.
Yeah, no, that was definitely. Hey, man, nice shot,
Mhm.
man. Yeah,
Yeah. And this is the first return of her dad, right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
she got to make daddy proud. You got to see her do the cool ricochet.
Yeah, I know. Her dad, who's been shot and is laying there injured, sees her like do like a trick shot with the grenade off the table into an elevator with the doors opening and closing, like it's a putt golf.
Yeah, it's like
And-
nice.
Isn't there a shot, like a quick cut to him where he just gives a thumb up or something?
I don't remember that, but there should have been.
It is possible.
Yeah, there is, and it's just like a very quick cut where he it shows he's proud of his kid.
Yeah, that was a sick throw. Oh, that reminds me. In the cold open, when the kid comes to the gate, the 50 cal machine guns aren't following him as he's walking down the ramp.
Yeah, in his Teddy Ruxpin-esque fucking outfit.
That's very funny. Like this small cancer patient child in like felt pajamas just appears through the Stargate, and these 50 cows are just trained on him and like following him as he's
Considering some of the stuff they've seen, I don't totally blame them.
Hey,
This
that's
is
why I
very
thought
funny.
he was the last airbender when he was walking down that ramp.
Listen, at least he wasn't an Ewok.
Yeah, did you think he did kind of look like an Ewok as he was walking out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh no! Now I'm thinking, what happened if SG-1 went to Endor?
so he just made a furling joke, and he didn't even know that he did.
If SG-1 went to Endor, basically the same thing would have happened.
As in One Small Step, they accidentally spread a virus to the Ewoks, and they all drop dead.
No.
No.
As in the same thing that happens in Episode 6 would have happened.
A bunch of like furry half person half bear things defeat like a advanced civilization of walking robots with a bunch of sticks and rocks.
I mean, that's kind of what SG-1's doing, for being honest.
Are they though? Are they?
I mean, how far along the spectrum from giant logs on strings is like C4 to like laser guns and walking mechs?
This is a very interesting philosophical debate that I don't think we have time for.
No, we'll take that offline.
Mm-hmm. I do have one more note. I'm pretty sure this is the first Indeed in this episode.
Oh,
I forget the context of it, but at one point, Teal'c says "Indeed," and then my eyebrows just raised, and I'm like, "Oh shit!"
he goes, "Indeed, Daniel Jackson," or
Yeah.
something, right? Yeah,
Something like that. So Start the counter. We're at 1.
All right, we're 1 indeed.
Yeah.
Should we have a counter of indeeds?
No.
Only if
We'd
you're
be at
keeping
5
track
million
of it.
before the end of the 3rd season.
Yeah. I did have a question. So in this episode, this is where Carter installs the palm scanner on the
Oh right, yeah.
does that ever play any more
That
significant importance in the future?
that's
I
just there
can't
from
think.
now on.
Yeah, it's just
That's just what they use from now on.
it was a one-time solution.
I'm still not
And
sure
it-
how it works. Like, how does that stop people from the other side getting in?
Well,
It's
no,
pretty-
that just stops the bugs who don't have palms from opening the iris.
From opening the iris, but the bugs can't get through.
Well, no,
Or I guess
no,
they
but-
can get through.
Yeah, like the bugs could just follow someone through. Is
Or
that
cut
somebody's
that's on
arm
out
off.
there.
So I guess the implication was that the bugs basically go through the gate, they phase through the iris, and then just open it up.
No. They don't face with the iris. Like an SG team is coming back from random planet, whatever, and there's like a bug like follows them through the gate, and
just
then
hanging out.
the bug can hang out and then open the iris for their friends to come through later.
Okay, so I guess is the implication there that she was just waiting there for her son to make it through, so she kept
Yeah.
opening it while they were closing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, she opened the Stargate for him.
oh, like open the iris for him.
Yeah.
That was her when he dialed in, and like she'd been hanging out in the SGC for weeks, according to them, because she saw the whole deal with Tonane.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, they did call back to that, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Which I don't know how seeing that incident would make her trust the SGC, but okay. I mean, I guess it made her trust O'Neill. So just think everything that's been going on since like episode 13. Just imagine an invisible bug has just been lurking in the background, watching them do all
Just like
this.
just doing the weird like finger twiddling thing.
Yeah, or it's like with like a bug notepad taking notes. It's like she sees the fifth race brain blast stuff and is like, interesting. Takes notes. She's there for the whole time dilation thing. She's like, okay.
How are they
And
going to
she's like,
fix this?
Oh.
Like no. Tilk is doing like his meditation thing, and she's just like in front of his face, like making faces and waving her hands in front of his face.
Well, no, see, also here's a plot hole. She had to like actively avoid Teal'c, or else like a symbiote would have noticed she was there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because Tilk got stomach pains anytime he was in a room with one.
Yeah, so we would have she would have had to been really careful to like avoid him and avoid like the Tok'ra. The last wait, if the Tok'ra showed up, yeah, they showed up for Apophis.
Yeah,
And
I feel like the proximity of that was all over the place because, like, Teal'c was totally fine when he entered the room. It wasn't until he got closer to the kid that he started feeling bad.
And
Meanwhile,
then,
like
on the
Jacob
planet,
Carter on the planet is just like, oh god.
when they're like half a kilometer away, yeah. Or I guess they're closer since those 5 suicide bombers followed them through.
Sure. I mean, that was a good shot that they did, right? With like them just looking at this giant crowd of them, just kind of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What the hell were they doing? Like you said, faffing about, but like some of them were kind of like it looked like some of them were like roughhousing each other or something.
Yeah,
like what's going on here?
about
they were LARPing out in the middle of the desert.
They basically wanted to do that one shot from Starship Troopers. Is my guess.
But with like a scan that's going through, it's like you can only see a bit of it. As we
cheaper
slowly
to
move from
generate.
left to right.
Would that be cheaper to generate?
I'm not sure it would be.
I don't know.
You don't have to have as many on screen at once.
Yeah. So, keeping with the Starship Troopers reference, of all the time Jack has made the suggestion to let's just send a nuke through the Stargate, this would have been the perfect time to actually let him do it.
Would a nuke have worked though?
Oh,
it would have killed a lot of bugs.
Or would that have just annoyed them? Would a nuke work against phased out bug people? because
If you strap one of those guns to it, it would have.
What? How would that help? You just
No,
destroyed
no.
the gun.
Yeah, no, like because you have to fire the gun for that to work.
Ooh,
Whereas
but
like
doesn't
The gun doesn't phase them back in. It just shows them where they. It just shows where they are.
yeah,
but
Exactly
then
how it works isn't clarified. Even their phasing out of our reality thing isn't terribly well explained. But like Carter I think we have our answer when Carter throws a grenade. Like
and like it
it
doesn't
does
kill the thing.
it doesn't do anything to it.
I mean, she probably rung its bell somehow, but it wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
Because I think Dad Carter says that guns would just slow them down a bit.
Yeah. So like if it rattled it, then maybe a nuke would have actually killed them. But
Or at least like injured a bunch of them.
There's no way to know.
wait, isn't like enhancing nukes with an Aquila a thing at this point?
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
that's if you just want to like vaporize all of the normal matter within like 100 miles of the Stargate. We don't
Yeah.
know what that'll do to phased out matter because
Yeah,
they're never bringing that up again. By the way,
yeah. So thankfully we don't have to argue about it in the future. But I thought like an Aquila nuke just blew up an entire planet.
it makes a huge it causes a huge hole. It's like a super volcano going off.
Yeah, it was real good at blowing up Ross right in front of him.
Well, no, that was just a normal nuke.
No, I'm pretty sure he said he like enhanced it so that would blow up the planet, right?
Oh, he did. Yeah,
So I guess the implication is that he enhanced it with Naquita or whatever it is.
yeah. Let's not think about the movie.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think Ra's last thoughts were? You
Probably
think it was my hubris?
It's like ah shit, and then nuke to the face.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
part of that movie, really.
It was probably like in DBZ Abridged when Cell gets his final
Oh, it's
Kamehameha
it's just my way.
yeah, just playing on in his head and he's flashing back through his life.
Oh god. All right. So are we done with this episode?
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
Okay. All right, everyone. So that's it for this batch. We are reaching the end of season 2 now, and things are going to pick up. I swear. I swear this time.
You sure?
Yes. And so our next batch of episodes, staying with our 4-episode format, is a bit awkward with 22-episode seasons. So that means we're going to have two episodes to end out season 2 and 2 episodes to begin season 3. And it's actually like a good. It actually works out pretty well because we're going to next time watch season 2 episodes 21 and 22, which are 1969, a fan favorite, and Out of Mind, the first of a 2-parter, and also watch Into the Fire, the second part of that 2-parter, and then Seth, which I've been waiting for us to get to Seth. Oh boy!
What's the name of the last episode?
Man.
Seth.
Oh man,
Seth. Okay.
Yeah. How do y'all feel? No, you know what? I'm not.
don't spoil
really-
it. Don't spoil
I
it.
have not seen this episode. I don't know. I have no idea what's coming up. I bet Gravin. I bet Tyler and Yatsu know.
We're gonna have a lot with this one, folks.
You know what? It turns out someone comes back, and then I don't.
Ah. Okay. I better know what this is about.
Yeah. Well, there's just the description for season 3, episode 1 tells you already. But no. Mainly, I'm thinking about Seth. Because we're gonna do some '90s history lessons, and
Yeah, we are.
Oh, that! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Let's talk about Janet Reno. No, let's not. Okay.
Don't bring up the ATF, please. Don't.
Oh, guess what? We're gonna bring up the ATF.
House of the Davidian motherfuckers.
Oh god. Yeah. So
Can we just watch 1969 4 times? Can we do that?
I mean, we could.
No,
Okay. Yeah.
because this is a Stargate podcast. We're in it for better and worse.
Look,
And it does get worse.
If for some reason the Canadians want to talk about Waco, we just have to be here for it.
Yes.
Oh boy. But 1969, hell of an episode. And with that, we will close out this episode of Chariots of the Pods. This is part of the Deep Listens Podcast Network, which you can find over on deeplistens.libsyn.com or on whatever RSS feed you're using. The main podcast is like a video game book club, where the main hosts of the main pod talk about video games every 2 weeks. It's a new one each time, usually newer and more relevant. Speaking of less new and less relevant, is Off the Deep End, a monthly RPG podcast about clunky, chunky, and funky new and old RPGs. There's also this show you'll listen to right now. There are sports shows in the Deep Listens Network. There's Amateur Hour with myself and Tyler and Gina from the main pod talking about the football Americano. I guess is what we'll call it now. And also a basketball podcast comes out sometimes. I don't know. There's occasionally a Final Fantasy dedicated podcast that'll pop up. A ranking of deck builders, I'm told, exists. Don't know why you would do that. And then you can join the Patreon for $1 a month, gain access to the Discord, where you can talk to all of us about any number of subjects, especially time-dilated viscera. And if you donate at $3 a month, you get access to the super special extra secret bonus podcast, the OG Soncast, which is about anime from like roughly 1995 to 2005. Back when the millennials that make up the Deep Listens Network were young, so you can subscribe and listen to that. It's fun. Join the Patreon. Join the Discord. It's fun times over there. Also, I, your host Adam, have a blog about the 32-bit generation of console games, where I review them in chronological order over at 5thgenerationgaming.blog. Wait, did I get that wrong? Whatever. I also stream sometimes at 5th Gen Gaming on Twitch. And does anyone else want to plug anything for any reason? Going once, going twice. Sold. All right. And so that has been this podcast, this episode. Goodbye, Internet.